In this video I'm going to show you how you can take your shuffling from something like this to something like this. Before we get started, I just want to tell you that this is not going to be a tutorial on the basics. There are already so many tutorials on how to do the running man, how to do T-step. In this video I want to show you how you can learn from the best shufflers, how you can analyze their style, what to look out for, and then also how you can practice that to kind of adapt their style and make it something of your own. And in this video I'm going to stick to Geebone because he's one of my favorite shufflers. I would really like to be able to dance a little bit more like him. But you can use that approach and do the same for your favorite shufflers. Anderson Giovanni, marktore, Mark Fingers, Guerrerojah, vansecoo, I don't know, there's so many. Anyways, let's get to it. Every shuffler is going to have a few signature moves they do over and over again, and they combine in different ways. But if you can figure out those steps, then you already know the baseline of their kind of style, so you can also replicate it. And when I look at these videos, I want to see what makes his style unique, what kind of moves is he using the most, what kind of turns is he doing, what's the overall vibe of the style. Is it a really dynamic, aggressive style like marktore, or like with Geebone, he has a really relaxed and laid back style. Even though the music is really fast, his style looks like effortless and chill, and like he's just floating. His movements are pretty small, like he doesn't take huge steps, he doesn't put a lot of energy into each step. Another thing that I notice, and I think a lot of good shufflers have this in common, is they use up all of the space on the dance floor, you know? Sometimes they dance on a spot, sometimes they face this direction, sometimes they face that way, so it like adds more variation to your dance. But I would say his style is pretty much centered around the running man. Then he likes adding like these little variations to it, like these air kicks. He likes adding the glitch running man. So I don't know, I just make them up. Maybe there's official name for the step. He loves doing the T-step, maybe the T-step into some turns. He likes this kind of like jump rope step or skipping step. I would say mostly his turns are pretty simple, nothing fancy. Okay, so now you figured out a few basic steps that your favorite dancer is doing over and over again, and you want to practice it. I would say in general you want to start with small steps because you don't want to get super out of breath. Like, you don't want to train your cardio, you want to practice the steps. So you're doing the running man, then you can add a little variation. Always remember to do it both ways and also with both legs, because if you don't do this, then you will always do the same turn in the same direction, which is something that I also do. And also you will have more tools to choose from when you're making your own combos. So you're doing your running man, and then maybe you add a T-step, and then you add a turn. Then you're doing the running man again, and then you add these air kicks, and then you do a little jump. Your goal should be to do each move into the next one, so that you can combine all of them, which gives you again more variation. Do a T-step into this turn, do the running man reverse into these air kicks, and then do it into this turn. And voila, you've become a professional shuffler. Unfortunately, it's not that easy, but the more you practice, the more you will find your own style, the more you will feel what feels good. I think this approach is great if you kind of know the fundamentals and you want to take your shuffling to the next level and develop some style. This channel is not shuffling specific, but more about like improving and learning in general. So if you're into that, smash that subscribe button. Oh, and by the way, did you know that you can make at least 8 variations just out of the running man? Well, if you don't, maybe you should go and watch this video. See you next time, and until then, happy shuffling everyone.